Dear colleagues, let's start my topic would introduce how today Russian forces had rocket strike on the trade center in the Kremenchuk. Kremenchuk, one of the biggest town of the Donetsk Oblast, which located under the control Kiev. Meanwhile, the dump of the Kakhovska electricity in the Dnieper River, which blasted, located under the control of the Russian forces. But this is footness. It ended yesterday. Russian court in the Kemerovsk Oblast had a sentence of the one of the chief of the trade center under the name Zimняя Vishня, winter blackberry, where 7 or 8 years ago, I'm sorry, I don't remember exactly, was a biggest fire which killed families, whole families, children, 33 men. But by the result of this fire, Russian President Vladimir Putin reject 20 years rule of governors, among them today. The first part of my topic will be how the estimate of all of the politicians, media, Prigozhin's putsch revelation. So and thirdly, the U.S. administration the first very interesting only the depots of the nuclear weapon and nuclear weapon, and totally we have the afraid how the maybe private film will capture the nuclear weapon and another nuclear dangers. And totally the ЧВК Wagner, private military company Wagner, have not access about information of the nuclear depots and submission of the nuclear weapon, including the strategical and others. But the next story may be how the this is private film will be submission nearest of the depots of the tactical nuclear weapon which are Russian Federation by the order of the Vladimir Putin is submitting in the Belarus territory. However, Jesus. And totally has said, for example, Republicans, leader of the Republican minority, Kevin McCarthy. This is a story, this is a show, the week of the Putin's resign. And totally this background allows to the increasing the help, financial, military, humanitarian, politician, and all specters of the help to the Kiev. It's not. It's logical. It's not amazing and analysis. And totally, the house will be. Jesus will be voted about the additional help to the Ukraine. Jesus. And although certainly that is story have influence in the inside businesses in the United States. We have they published the 105 pages the report of the Senate committee about the exploration of the investigation of the plot with the storm of the Capitol at the 6th of the 21. And so this is a report criticized of the enforcement about the decreasing information about the preparing the storm of the Trump supporters of the storm of the Capitol Hill. And totally, this is and all remember how the U.S. president, former U.S. president, 45 president, let's say it, Donald Trump, reject James Comey, sorry, Comey, this is one of the scientist philosopher, James Comey, the director FBI, and suddenly I doubt about this is necessary or this is a step. And let's continue. Before that, let's continue, and the last the message of the first part. We have about I told how the a new package of the help in the sum of the 500 million US dollars for the Ukraine with additional ammunition, rockets for the Patriot, for the HIMARS and another weapon. And we all have a habit for the help and named nomination of the military ammunition and other help, including armored techniques, the Strike, Bradley, and I think the spectaculars already have an image that if the White House named the soon, we have understanding how the help will be granted to the Ukraine. Not only this is 500 million, have not to the consist. This is not consist that more tanks and the expensive especially military ammunition, for example, certainly the air jets and tanks and so the expensive weapon. But this is artillery shells, rockets, and another even the rifles, very good help for the Ukraine. And so the Ukraine right now swimming across the Dnieper River, and after the fell down the level of the water, attacked the left coast of this river in the low flow of this is the biggest Ukraine river, and so the in Donetsk also in Donetsk have small success, and also in the Bakhmut. And And the last of it, I'd like to tell how the all recognized. This is a story independent of who, what will be a real reason. Means the week of the Russia. I'd like to tell today, but about information I can't to check in how the after the decided as the order valid president Joe Biden to withdraw the order about withdraw NATO and US forces out of Afghanistan at the 15th of the August 2020. The Kremlin have estimated about it as the week of the United States and the Pentagon including. And totally this is a strong step of strong action of the White House. Was one of the biggest reasons for the Putin's decision to attack Ukraine at the 24th of the February last year. And for the second part of my topic, we must to attention about the fight of the climate change in the Europe. Have a big effort of this is a situation, the wish of the influence of this situation, and one totally the so sorry the European Parliament by the efforts of the European People Party rejected the law which support as for France, also the Green of the Germany. About the freedom land in return it in the previously nature conditions. So I think the background of the destruction of the forest in the, for example, Brazil. In Brazil and also the Ghana, we so sorry about it, but need more propaganda of this is so this is a right parties, also the transgenders in United States and also with the LGBT societies have the base of the support of the rights circles. And the second part of my topic have also the Jesus. The how this is a very short story due to this information about the Prigozhin Putsch. Prisoner power of the Russian Federation is very strange, bring to the Alexei Navalny, and so the it's very interesting how the international support of Alexei Navalny continue very strong, and even then increasing. Improving, and so the Alexei Navalny had information when he seated the prison in Vladimirsky Oblast, and he came to the sent his comments of the Prigozhin's Prigozhin stories. Although Alexei Navalny have blamed the Putin's regime, and not only that, when start of the military attack at the 24th of the February, German media told about how the Vladimir Putin very changed his behavior. Certainly, Putin as the sample of the 20-0, for example, 3, 4 in the zero year of the first decades of the this is millennium, and Putin the in 20 years 20 years after. This is another and rather than controversial person each other. And certainly the last rhetoric of the Vladimir Putin, who sent mass words into the fields, allows to the tell this is another man than it was the 30 years before. 20 years ago. So this is he is, and so right now the how the Vladimir Putin changed his behavior and change his behavior. Confident the British and American observers, and it's not amazing. So the in the 24th of the February story, Russian Federation took a very high top point of the in the international relationship. I think all accord with me that it's moral the war. The humanity don't thought about the more strong actions against the neighbors or even the enemy. And certainly this is a very bad situation for the Russian people due to the war will be a long time will continue. Will involve more and more material means people resources at the last. Also the and others. So for this is the last during the 3 days of the Prigozhin's putsch, about 30,000 people have economical activity have economical edges. All made to the avoid of the economical and this is destroyed all the productive forces of the Russian Federation, and I don't know who will pay money. This is people in the Belarus. And totally the Alexei Navalny rather than glad, and I think they need to the medical program for increasing for the help of him. And I think Russian ombudsman of the humanitarian rights must be visit to him and ask about his medical support. And the last Topic of today. Mm, and the last of topic of today. North countries and neighbors of the with the Russian Federation have concern about this is march of the Chavaka private Wagner team out of the borderline with Ukraine and from the Voronezh and Lipsk Oblast to the into the Moscow directions. So the 100 kilometers during the one day, this is impression. And certainly Litva, Latvia, Lithuania, and Finland will be strengthening action of the border. And certainly this is a very strange how the Russian leadership have not calculated about consequences before this is a story was held before the NATO meeting in Vilnius. So thank you. Bye.